On this week's show, we have an interesting story and interview with Jim Hammill, president of the Erwin Hymer Group North America, also known as Roadtrek. Also, we join Jeff Johnston for a drink and a little reflection on new RVs. And Evanne is joined by an old friend and whips up a tasty open-faced garden sandwich. These stories and more on this week's Rollin On TV. Closed and Spanish captioning, where available, is sponsored by Jayco. At Jayco, we've been making family dreams come true since 1968. And now, let's join guest host Rick Kessler from RV Business Magazine as he talks with Jim Hammill.
Hi there, Rick Kessler from RV Business Magazine, and working with Rollin On TV this week at the Elkhart Open House for all of the dealers to come by and look at next year's product. Hopefully make a lot of orders. And with me is Jim Hammill, President and CEO of Erwin Hymer Group North America, which is a new company as of February, I believe.
That's correct, Rick. Yep. We were Roadtrek for 43 years, and then we merged with the Erwin Hymer Group back in February and started a new company called Erwin Hymer Group of North America that will focus on, Roadtrek will stay the same engineers, same people will build that, and we'll bring in some new product that is highly engineered from Europe, that is new to the market, that will grow the marketplace, not just fight for market share.
Yeah.
A different way of RVing. So
let's dive right into those models you're bringing over from the Erwin Hymer Group North America. You've mentioned to me before that you've gone over there like a kid in a candy store. You got to select what you think will be the best for the North American market, and behind us you have one of those products you selected.
Yeah, this is a great example. This is the original product that Erwin Hymer designed, and Erwin Hymer was an aircraft designer, worked for Dornier, the German aircraft company, and he, in the 50s, started out designing, and this is the first trailer he designed. There's tens of thousands, over 100,000 of these in the marketplace in Europe, and they're well tried and tested out. They tow behind the lightest possible cars. So let's say in North America you have a Honda Civic, you can tow this. If you have a Mini Cooper, you can tow this. If you have a Fiat 500, you can tow this.
1,500 pounds.
Yeah, our lightest fully loaded is 1,423 pounds, and our heaviest is 2,200 pounds.
One of the things that I'd love to have you tell everyone about is perhaps the difference in the European fit and finish, engineered to fit and finish, versus what they might have already seen.
You know, it's a different world in Europe. You know, in Europe, the parts are all engineered and properly tooled, and they go together properly. You know, you don't go into manufacturing plants with staple guns, and Roadtrek was always that way. We're the same. It's a highly engineered product, went together the same. So the mesh of the two companies went extremely well. There are no staple guns. You don't see these things running through in an hour. All the parts fit together properly. Every trailer I've ever seen in North America has a tube of caulking on every corner and has to be replenished every 2 years. If you were to go over these, you wouldn't see that. It's just not on here. Everything puts together correctly. And the cabinetry and the European finishes inside have created an enormous groundswell of interest in this product. We did a bunch of surveying of people around the Tourings as an example, and the number one thing people noticed was, my car will tow this. I don't have to buy a tow vehicle. And it's really well built, and it's great fit and finish. Why wouldn't I buy it? And it was terrific. It really was.
And they can get into this for what kind of a rough monthly payment?
75, $100 a month.
Pretty simple. Let's talk about the Touring. That's the first one. We'll talk about some others, but give us a walk around a little bit, and maybe some of the things that we're going to see on the North American production models that's not on this one here.
You know, the North American production models will be very similar to the European models. We just recently acquired a 250,000 square foot plant. We're going to build them on our line, and in about February is when they'll start coming off. Takes some work to get a plant ready. You know, this product has right now has heat, it has hot water, they're all European modules, so those will change to approved North American modules, but probably by the same manufacturers, the European manufacturers like Truma and Aldi and people like that we already use on the Roadtrek and the Hymer Active side. It'll have the same refrigerator. Of course, it'll be 110 volt versus 220 volt, which is in Europe, but the pop top will stay the same. We're going to offer a fixed roof on it as well, because there are people who don't want a pop top. They live in too hot of a climate to have a pop top, so they want a fixed roof. And then we have an undermount air conditioner system that Roadtrek builds that is fantastic, so that option will be available. And other than that, we're not going to tinker with what already works.
One of the things you were telling me too is a lot of your Hershey buyers were commenting that they can get this along with the Active or one of the Roadtreks and have the two in tandem, so that they always got that bedroom for the kids.
Well, that's exactly what it is. You know, you have that family where the couple wants to buy a motorhome, and they want to buy a van, but they're saying, well, I really can't use it for 4 or 5 effectively because of sleeping. It travels fine with 4 or 5, but not when you stop and sleep. So a lot of those customers were saying, this trailer is perfect because I can have a bedroom behind the van, it's affordable, and then it's lightweight, doesn't take up too much. I can take my kids, they've got a place to sleep when we're out at the campsite, and in 4 years when the kids move off to college, I have a van, not a Class C to trade in, so I'm saving money. And the kids can take the trailer when they move out, and that's what they're all saying. So that surprised us, to be completely honest. That one caught us off guard that people wouldn't. So we had a number of people buying the vans now on the basis that we're also going to sell them a trailer.
We'll get back to Rick and Jim and look at a couple of new European-influenced units right after this short break.
Thetford's tough new Titan sewer hose is virtually uncrushable. Ever had your sewer hose run over by an RV? Watch Titan bounce back. Titan hose is made of Thetford's proprietary blend of TPE and provides the highest degree of puncture and abrasion resistance. It has an easy-to-grip fitting for a leak-free connection to RV outlets. A rotating elbow easily aligns and allows a convenient connection and straighter flow. Titan provides more for your money and is another innovation from Thetford, the RV sanitation leader.
When you have a Truma AquaGo instant hot water system, you can expect to make a lot of new friends.
Let's move on then to the Active then. Active, excuse me. I always have the US version of way of pronouncing it. Let's talk about that.
Well, we like the pronunciation Active. That's the German pronunciation. And of course, we chose the name because it's a great name for an RV and an active lifestyle. So the Active is German engineered, German styled. It's German quality control. We're building it at, of course, the mecca of vans in North America, Roadtrek factory. The van plant will be the van plant. The Hymer Active will be built in there. Is being built, as a matter of fact. We're getting about 1 a day off the line right now on top of the 6 or 7 Roadtreks that we do a day. And that line is improving and probably be 2 or 3 a day shortly. The Active is a product that is designed for people that camp, long-term storage, has fantastic storage. It's also a product that you can configure to be winter capable because the freshwater tanks are inside and they're heated. It has the Truma Combi unit in it, which is a terrific unit that does hot water and heat. Absolutely terrific. It seats 4 up at the front with 4 seat belts. It sleeps 4, sleeps 3 or 4 depending on the mattress combinations you buy from us. Fit and finish is incredible in it. And I'll be completely honest, we love learning that stuff. We love getting better. It's been terrific since February.
Moving on then, on this side of us here is the Simplicity SRT, and off camera you told me that this is a game changer, and I'd love for you to tell us why.
Well, let's say the marketplace since about 2003 changed dramatically when the Dodge Ram van was taken out of the marketplace, because RVs or Class Bs were very affordable at all price points at that time. They had something for everybody. But when the Dodge Ram came out of the marketplace back then, the only vans available were the Ford and the Chevy. And the Ford and the Chevy were $8,000–$10,000 more as a base chassis. It changed the complete price point of Class Bs. And so the marketplace changed to a group of chassis that were more money. And so when we partnered with the Erwin Hymer group of Europe, they buy 36,000 Fiat Chrysler chassis, or something in that neighborhood. Thousands, tens of thousands of them. And we're able to, of course, offer a different price point. And so we went to the Zion SRT, one of our current products, and we said, let's lower the price point somewhat, but not take any of the core features out of it that are offered in a Roadtrek, and let's get an entry-level van at a price where everybody can get in at, you know, $300 to $350 a month, depending on how they option it. And it's a Roadtrek, and it still has the fantastic warranty on it.
It has the fantastic warranty, but I've been through it, and I should point out that the price point is that much lower, but you wouldn't know that by walking through it. It still has all the creature comforts that you would want.
I didn't change the product dramatically. I didn't. We changed some of the higher cost things. It doesn't have granite countertops. It does have a beautiful laminate countertop. Things like that. We didn't paint the air conditioner cover. These are things we didn't paint out the body side moldings. We made it a color that they didn't notice. Did things to make the product fantastic for the customer at a price point level, but not be any different in functionality. You can still do everything with that van that you can do with a higher price point van. It's just where people are as far as what they're willing to pay, what they're capable of paying, and we respect that tremendously. We're exactly the same. Our people who work want to be able to buy a van too.
It's a good entry to your entire Roadtrek lineup, that's for sure.
Well, it's terrific. We have everything from entry level all the way to luxury price points, and on the European styling and design side, what's really important for the marketplace to realize is that we will never have floor plans that are the same. It is not a brand change between Roadtrek and Hymer. They will have separate engineering teams, separate floor plans. They will compete against each other, and it will never change. I will not have that. We're not cookie cutter people. We do what, each brand earns its way.
All right. Well, thanks very much, Jim. Appreciate your time today. Everyone, I hope you enjoy it, and judging by all the dealers that are surrounding us right now, you'll find these at a dealership near you very soon.
Coming up, we'll join Jeff Johnston for this week's Tech Tip. We'll be right back. At Jayco, we're a lot more than just an RV manufacturer. We're all about family, and we've been making family dreams come true since 1968. To see our complete product line and find your nearest Jayco dealer, visit us online at jayco.com or just log on to rollinontv.com. At Norcoal, we realize that some of your favorite RV destinations are off the grid. And Norcoal refrigerators are uniquely designed with that RV experience in mind. We call it Freedom Unplugged. To learn more about our Norcoal RV refrigerator line or to find a dealer near you, visit our website at norcoal.com.
It's a beautiful, balmy, rainy, thunderstorm-enhanced evening in camp, Friday night. We got here kind of late, 9:30-ish or so. Finally got set up, got the slide outs in place, got it plugged in, everything is ready to go. And I have a rather powerful gin and tonic here, which is to my liking. We're set up, and thanks to the fact that we're in an RV, we can listen to the rainstorms thundering outside, and we're nice and cozy inside here. Now this RV, which will remain unnamed, is a typical brand new unit that we have for these road test feature stories. And one of the things that we have to do, because it's a new unit, is work out some of the bugs sometimes. It comes from the factory set up and ready to go, but there's always those little things. When you buy a new car, you're going to get new car bugs. When you buy a house, you're going to get house bugs. In this case, it's a car and a house, so we've got twice the bugs. Well, we've just managed to figure out why the water pump wasn't shutting off, and it turned out that the filter that goes into the water pump was stripped when it was installed at the factory, and it was allowing air to suck in there, and it prevented the water system from pressurizing adequately. Well, we managed to work underneath the sofa and got that taken care of. So now it's 10:30, and we can finally sit down and relax, listen to the storm brewing outside. Pam is over there reading her book. I have my wonderful, tasty, powerful gin and tonic. It would be really good if people who got RVs like this didn't have to go through this new car bug process. Sometimes you do. Sometimes the dealership doesn't always as persnickety or particular as they should be about the PDI, or pre-delivery inspection setup. However, right now things have been fixed. We're in and we're relaxing for the night and enjoying what an RV is really all about, which is we're out here in a beautiful location. We got a view out across the lake that is just to die for. We just watched the sunset with the thunderstorms billowing out behind it, and it's a really pretty nice location, and we're looking forward to enjoying the trip. Now that I have figured out what's going on with the water pump, which the people, the end user, shouldn't have to do, but that's what happens. So, cheers. Cheers to the rest of the trip.
Never run out of propane again. With Level Check, there's no more guesswork. Just run the gauge over the tank, and when the light turns from red to green, you'll know exactly how much propane you have left. It's that simple. Level Check, another great product from Truma. For more information, visit levelcheck.com. For 50 years, Campers Inn RV has been your trusted resource for RV sales, service, and accessories. Now, with 15 locations along the East Coast from New Hampshire to Florida, we'll be giving you that same family-friendly service and be your trusted resource for another 50 years. For information and locations, visit us online at campersinn.com. And now, let's join Evanne in her RV kitchen.
In just a few minutes, my girlfriend Janice will be here, and she's going to show us how to make her delicious open-faced garden sandwiches. I'm getting ready for her arrival by chopping all these beautiful vegetables into small pieces. I'm going to put them in my toaster oven, and I'm going to roast them at 450 degrees for about 10 minutes until they're soft and caramelized. This is going to be a delicious dish, and I can't wait for you to meet Janice. So you have been a full-time RVer for many years, sort of like we look up to you, sort of our icon. How long?
21 years full-time, 7 years part-time, and now we have a house in Salem, Oregon for the summers and a house in Tucson, Arizona for the winters. Actually, when we started RVing, we said, well, we'll see everything in 2 years. I guess we're a little slow. And then we did Mexico and Baja and Canada and Alaska.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Favorite place?
Oh, that is such a hard question to answer because it happens to be where we are at the moment.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
You bloom where you're planted.
Right. We love it all.
So let's check the veg. Let's get this going, and we'll rock and roll.
Okay.
All right. Just beautiful. Everything is roasted so nicely. And you said even if there's a little crunch to it, you're
good
still
too.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You know, Janice, people say that in an RV kitchen there's not a lot of room, but I have always found in my RV kitchen plenty of room to do what I need to do.
And you know, when we stopped RVing and we bought the house and I had all this L-shaped counter space,
Right.
I stayed right there and did everything. I felt like I knew what was going on in one little spot.
Now, while you're doing that, do I need to chop up some basil?
Oh, that would be great.
Okay,
Yeah.
wonderful. Then let's see. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to put this up here until we're ready for it, if that sounds good. And I love to grow a garden. You know, why not? It's super easy. It's pretty, and you always have fresh herbs right at the ready. Beautiful. Ooh, this is
There you
wonderful.
go.
Delicious Dijon mustard. Okay, so what's next?
Okay, now you put the vegetables on the muffins,
Okay.
and
So,
then
move our basil aside just a little bit, and I'll bring our veg back here. Perfect. Oh yeah.
just kind of shove as much of this to the side as you can,
Okay.
but keeping them separate so you have room for the muffins.
Yes, I am the muffin man.
Muffin. And
Yum.
now a little bit of each on each one of these muffins.
Okay. Do you want me to do it?
Yeah.
Okay. A little bit of onion,
Yeah.
like a so. That's probably a lot of onion. A little onion here. Let me.
Yeah, less.
A little like so.
Because you got to save. You've got
Got
2,
it.
4, 5 more.
So these are just whole wheat English muffins, and I've opened them up, and we've toasted them to a nice golden brown. We did that earlier, and we've topped them with a little bit of fabulous mustard. So far, so good?
So far, perfect.
Okay,
Yes.
great.
Just remember to save enough for the other muffins.
Yum.
Oh, excellent.
So by this time, everything's getting a little bit mushed together. That's
Right.
okay, right?
That.
All right.
Yeah. There's no need to pre-mix all the vegetables. I don't know. Maybe that would be easier.
So should I try to top everything?
Right.
With
Just
whatever's left, just
use
top it
up.
all.
Right. Use it
Okay.
up.
All right. What? Anywhere else? Got another spoon? One
How-
spoonful
right
left
in
here.
there. A little bit and a little bit on
More on this
that
one.
end. Yeah.
I can't believe this is all 4 of the English muffins on here. Perfect. So this is just an Italian dressing that I
Right.
whipped up this morning. Always a nice thing. Okay. Good enough?
Good enough.
And cheese.
And the cheese.
Now this is just a cheddar jack blend. You said
Okay.
you like to blend.
I like to blend. Right.
Okay.
And then if there's any left over, you can top the tomatoes.
Oh, there will be some left over. I'm pretty certain of that.
Okay.
Thanks. Okay. So into the broiler.
Right.
I've got my my oven rack high up, so it'll broil nice and close. All right. Well, these are
Oh,
gorgeous.
Yes.
Gorgioso. But they're not done yet. They still have one more delicious step. And this did exactly what you wanted. It got nice, a little brown, a
Oh,
little
yes.
crusty on it. Oh, yeah. Oh, this is beautiful. Just a little?
Yeah. Since you've cut it up, I'd use it up.
All right.
This is really open-faced garden sandwich.
Open, open, open.
Now, back in the oven for maybe a minute,
Okay.
or
Great.
keep an eye on it.
Got the broiler still on. The tomatoes will get nice and soft. The cheese will melt right up. Oh, yeah. I think it's probably pretty close. You are the expert, though.
Oh, yeah, yes. This is my favorite part, the anticipation. And then my next favorite part is the eating. Wow.
This looks absolutely delightful. Fresh veg, whole wheat muffins, tomatoes, fresh basil.
Salad dressing that you made, the fresh Italian salad dressing. Oh,
Absolutely
we are
great.
so ready to eat.
Wow, I know that Ray and Gabby are chomping at the bit, ready to eat. And so let's get serving this. We're going to serve this with a little glass of wine.
All right.
Beautiful.
Perfect.
Sounds nice. Try this at home in your RV kitchen. It's easy and it's delicious. I'm sure you are going to love it because I know that we're going to love it. See you next time. Cheers.
We hope you enjoyed this week's show, and for additional information on anything you saw on the show, along with additional videos and stories, visit our website at rollinontv.com. You can also follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook. As usual, this has been another fun production. For the latest up-to-the-minute RV news, visit our media partners at rvbusiness.com.